The amount of time it takes to purchase a home is dependent upon several factors. We'll start at the beginning of the process and take each section one by one. The first thing a buyer will encounter is the amount of time it takes to get their pre-approval. If the buyer has a simple income stream, say one W-2 job, that can be a pretty quick process, 24 hours to maybe a few days. If a buyer has a more complex income stream, say multiple jobs or multiple investments that are creating a cash flow, it can take a bit longer. The biggest factor here is how quickly the buyer submits the necessary paperwork to the lender. The next step is the actual home search process. In a balanced market, that can be really dependent upon what the buyer wants and how quickly they want to move forward or how much time they want to take seeing individual places. We're not in a balanced market currently. There is extremely limited inventory, so it's currently taking quite a bit longer for buyers to get under contract. For every home that does go under contract, there's likely 2, 5, 10, maybe even 20 or more other buyers who didn't win, who did submit, that are still going to be in the market looking for a new home. I would definitely suggest giving yourself a few months for this process. Of course, the final and most important part of the process is the length of time between the ratification date and the settlement date. The ratification date is the day that both the buyers and the sellers come to an agreement on the terms of the sale and sign the sales contract. The settlement date is the day everyone signs the transfer papers and the buyer takes possession of their new home. This typically takes around 30 days. Of course, it's dependent upon a few factors. The buyer's loan may need a little bit longer, or they may be a cash buyer and they might be able to close very, very quickly. Ultimately, in this low inventory market, the seller is making the decision. The seller simply has the upper hand right now. So if they want a quick close, they can request it. If they need a length of time, a longer close, they can request that as well. And simply because there's a low amount of inventory, buyers are willing to do whatever they can to actually get under contract. So, anywhere from 2 weeks to 60 days, but 30 days is most typical in our current market. So there you have it, the length of time from the beginning of the process to the very, very end. Please let me know if you have additional questions, as this is very dependent upon everyone's unique situation, and I would be happy to discuss yours.